history. But here's a query from the British Yearly Meeting. If pressure is brought upon you to lower your standard of integrity, are you prepared to resist it? Our responsibilities to God and our neighbor may involve us in taking unpopular stands. Do not let the desire to be sociable or the fear of seeming peculiar determine your decision. I love that query. And it certainly speaks to the situation that friends found themselves in, living in the midst of a slave state. It certainly spoke to those free blacks and those enslaved Africans who found themselves in the midst of what we have here. And it also speaks to our situation today. One of the reasons why I believe history is so important, one of the reasons why I get so frustrated when people say, I don't like history, is because, you know, if more of us understood history and learned from it, maybe we'd be a little bit better off today, right? So I encourage you young people, it is important. All of us are making history just sitting here today. We all are about history. So I want to talk to you a little bit about our friends. We know that some Quakers, mainly from Pennsylvania, eastern Pennsylvania, migrated to what we call the Piedmont around 1745. But then there was a second wave, the ones I call the troublemakers, right? From Pennsylvania, Nantucket, and they migrated to this area around 1771. And these new Quakers, they settled in Deep River, and they also settled in this area that we call New Garden. When we do our tour, we always like to acknowledge the fact that there were Native Americans here before the Friends found this New Garden. The Wabi tribe, Sawa tribe, possibly Okanichi-Saponi. Not sure they came this far west, but we believe that they lived in this area as well. And so we think it's important for us to acknowledge that. The Quakers that came to this area were fiercely abolitionists. They were, because there were some Quakers that owned slaves. There were some Quakers who were indifferent in some ways. I mean, North Carolina was a slave state. And so, eventually, some of the troublemakers that we talked about started a campaign. And by 1778, the North Carolina Yearly Meeting forbade all North Carolina friends from buying or selling slaves. And they needed to manumit or free their slaves. Some were offered financial compensation, and some just decided, I want to hold on to my slaves. And they were removed from meetings. So why would Quakers, why would Friends take such lengths to do this, right? Well, we all know that Friends believe that the light of God is in every person. The light of God is in everyone. And if that is true, well then certainly we don't enslave other human beings. Certainly we don't enslave other people. We don't force them to work for free. That is not something that we would do. We wouldn't do that to our family. We wouldn't do that to our friends. And it certainly is not good to do that for someone just because they're of a different color. So as I mentioned, New Garden Friends Meeting House. This is a cool little poster, I guess, with the original meeting house and a picture of our friend Levi Coffin, who we'll talk more about. And he's really a hero in a lot of ways. And one of the things I want to share, especially with the young people, how did the Coffin family, how did Levi Coffin in particular decide to be involved in the Underground Railroad, right? Before I do that, I'm going to ask somebody, who can tell me what the Underground Railroad is? And this is for everybody under 12. Cool.
Slaves travel from house to house at night. It's for slaves that go from the north to the south to be free.
Okay. Okay. Now you cheated on me because you were on my tour yesterday. So, north is where we were headed. Okay. So I'm gonna go south. Unless you go to Mexico, we don't want to do that. But when Levi was 7 years old, he was working with his father. And I mentioned to young people yesterday, doing chores. And so they were doing it. So he was doing his chores. He's working on the road with his dad. And there's this coffle of slaves that comes down the road. I think we said it's the Salisbury Road. And they've been used to seeing slaves. There were slaves in Guilford County, but you never saw them chained up. You saw them working, cutting wood, doing things, right? But to see this coffle of slaves, it just puzzled 7-year-old Levi. His father interacted with the slaves. They gave him water and whatnot. And so boys, what's going on with you? Why are you being treated so? We've been taken away from our family. We've been taken away from our wives and our children, and we're being sold down south. Of course, we know being sold down south, especially once you get into the 1800s, meant even worse work. As we were moving the Native Americans, the Creek and the Choctaw and the Cherokee, and we're moving them out of these spaces, they needed people to work the land. And so we saw more and more of these coffles of slaves coming through. This really had a great impact on Levi. And when the coffle went on, he says, he just really pummeled his father with all these questions about slavery. Kind of like the young man last night, not last night, but yesterday on the tour, we did a tour for the Rainbow class, right, which I love. The kids are just so beautiful, and they sing their songs, and I wish every tour was like that, right? Because they have all these questions. And just like Levi, the young kid, he looked at me, he said, why would people like me enslave people that look like you? It didn't make sense to him. And this didn't make sense to Levi Coughlin as a 7-year-old. And he thought, what if Father was taken away from us? How would we feel? So this idea of empathy. Now this sympathy, it's real easy to sit back and say, I feel sorry for those folks. But he said, how would we feel? And so this was the beginning of Levi working on the Underground Railroad and beginning his trek along the Underground Railroad. Now, what were the risks for them to do these things? Now, if you were a friend and you're living in Guilford County and you're working on the Underground Railroad, or just being an abolitionist, you risk being fined, you risk being put in jail, you risk losing your property, you risk being ostracized, and if you are a business person, and many Quakers were, kind of hard to make money if no one would come see you or deal with you. Luckily, there was a huge Quaker community centered here, Guilford County, Alamance County, right? Cane Creek meeting, sometimes known as the Mother's Meetings. back in snow camp. We'll talk more about snow camp later. And these were some of the things that they risked. But in spite of that, Quakers have a testimony. We already talked about this idea that the light of God is in every person. There's another query, I believe it's a Nikolai query, that says, are friends careful to bear a steady testimony against slavery and oppression and all the different branches endeavoring in everything to do to others as we, in like case, would have others do to us? Now, it's one thing to come to a place like this and say that and read it, but the friends decided to act